Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Knwrth Woke.
All right, thank you. I'm glad you all finally made it to a living room laugh here in the town of Laugham. So we're going to get started here with what's the deal with candy bars? I mean, it's not like you're going to eat the candy in a bar, right? Like, tough crowd here tonight. No, I'm just joking. This is a bit of a Jerry Seinfeld impression, but we're going to get to the real raunchy stuff now. Okay? So, the first time I was going down on a woman, like, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, right? So, I mean, okay, we're in the shower, and, she's got a problem. She had given me, the other equal there many times over, so I figured I'd return the favor, right? So I'm down there, and then I look up, and just for that split second, she's going to me like, right? So I knew I was fucking terrible at it, and it's just like, you know what? Hey, at least I tried. So this, just the other week, I was driving in the semi, and I could not believe that all of a sudden, the box of all my supplies just comes flying right at me, and I end up finding that I find my vacuum charger. And I'm all excited. Like, that you're having a dull week and there's not much going on in your life when you are excited about finding your vacuum charger for your semi, right? So, I know, this is my first time. Comedians, they're not supposed to be laughing at yourself. You kind of ruin the whole, innuendo or vibe of actually trying to be yummy, right? So, the other day I was just backing up, also in the semi, I was just backing up into Dundurn, and all of a sudden I see this cat just take off, flying right, and he just happened to be leaving the Chinese food restaurant. Like, wow, I mean, that cat was probably the luckiest freaking pussy that day, that's for sure. So I mean, he didn't get turned into sweet and sour meatballs there, but let's face the facts, everyone, okay? If I were going to ever make it as a comedian, I'm going to do it my way and raunchy. And it's just like all these freaking fairy dust that you have here. Oh, you can't say that. You can't say, well, we want to laugh, right? So we're all making fun of each other. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So anyway, this one time I was, back when I was 16, I was getting my first job. I ended up getting a job with all my friends at Zellers and everything. So it worked out pretty. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a heckler, right? But what ended up happening is I went in I had to skip my law class, and I went in for the interview at London Drugs, and they had asked me, out of the handful of questions they had asked me, they had said, so what would you do if you were sick one day, and I told them what they wanted to hear, right? I said, well, you see, like, I'm so committed to the job that, they had asked me, what would you do if your family was sick, not if you were sick? And I said, I've got a big back seat in the back Ford Explorer. I would just have my whole family that was sick all strapped into the seat belts, the vehicle running, and I would just come back and check on them during breaks at London Drugs, and just put the thermometer, make sure that they're okay, keep checking on them. But I would still be committed to the job, and they were just laughing at me. And they're just like, you could just say that you call it. They've never heard anything so ridiculous like that of someone just fucking telling them what they wanted to hear. So basically what happens, they end up calling me back. Like, Zellers had called me first. I accepted the job, but they had called me, and they're just like, they said it in a very indirect way. This is when I was 16, so 15 years ago. But they basically sort of said it in an indirect way, like, you're not even close to qualified for the job, but we think that you would be pretty entertaining around here, so come on by. Like, so I walk into a Subway here in Humboldt, actually, probably about 10 years ago, and they're mopping the floor there, and the one lady had said, hey, be careful with that floor there. Like, you don't want that. See that English woman over there? You don't want that English woman on you. And I had said, single, horny as fuck at the time. It's just like, well, And like the English woman, she turned all red and she's like, my goodness, the things you hear on a Friday afternoon, I tell you. So, I was in the library, probably about 3 months ago, and I was asking a girl about, hey, I'm gonna get this movie. Have you ever seen it? Like, what do you think about this movie? And all she had to say to me was like, I don't really watch movies. I find that it's a big commitment to watch something for a whole 90 minutes. And thinking like, a big commitment. Like I didn't say this to her. I didn't want to be rude, but it's just like, do you think she's gonna be single for the rest of her life? Like, is she ever? She can't even commit to 90 minutes of movie. How could she ever commit to even dating someone for a week? Like how grade 9 relationships were. So this tie is getting a little tight here. This is probably really insinuating more of my double chin here, as I'm the one laughing more than all you guys. So this is an interesting story. Probably just a couple weeks ago, I went ice fishing with some of my family, and so as we, my dad is too cheap to actually get the electric or the gas powered
auger.
Ice auger. Yeah, there you go. Ice auger. So we're trying to do this thing manually, and there's like more ice down there than ever before. There's almost like 5 feet of freaking ice. So of course, I always have a certain thing in my jacket pocket, so it's a little embarrassing when your family's there. So I lean forward to go and try and use the ice auger, and of course my condoms like all fall out of my freaking pocket, and all my family's like, ooh. So I was just like, oh, okay, I'll just very discreetly pick this up, pretend that didn't happen. But so let's finish this off with somewhat sort of where I started. This one gal had said to me like, oh, I'm always the one giving you blowjobs and stuff, right? Like, can't you return the favor? And I'm just like, oh, I don't think so. Like I just not really feeling it or something. And she's like, well, why? You're just worried about your pretty fucking face or whatever. And I said, prettier than you. Okay, thanks, Langham. You've been a great show here. So let's carry on with the night. Thank you very much, sir.